Usually companies need to report that so creditors can try to get their money. But instead, the German government pledged unlimited money to help companies survive. Its finance minister even calling the policy a big bazooka. But where there's a positive, there's a negative. And the danger with this is funneling taxpayer money into insolvent companies that were in trouble even before the pandemic. These then become zombie companies. I asked Daniel Lacalle earlier why Americans should be concerned. He's chief economist at Tresses. Daniel, great to see you as always.
Thank you very much. Likewise.
Daniel, in Germany at the moment, we have an interesting phenomenon for me. Growing up, you always hear about the uber-efficient Germans. Now, what we have there is people complaining that some of the policies undertaken by the German government during the pandemic are leading to zombie companies, which to me, zombies aren't super efficient. Now, how did the German government allow something like this to happen?
It's very complicated. It starts with the bailout of everything that I call. The government has given enormous levels of subsidies to keep companies that had problems in 2018 and 2019 before the pandemic to keep them alive. One of the big problems of these constant bailouts and massive subsidies is that what happens is that huge transfers of public money go to businesses that become zombified, that don't allow a certain level of creative destruction, which is very important for progress. But it's also generating very negative effects, because the rise of zombie companies, which is a big problem in the European Union, is doing three things. It's stopping innovation. It is also making it more difficult to compete, and therefore consumers end up with worse prices and worse services. And the third problem is that these companies don't hire or invest more.
And Daniel, what does the United States have to learn from Germany's circumstances?
I think that the biggest lesson is that something that looks quite good as a headline can be extremely damaging for jobs, for growth, and for the future developments of the economy. Because the rise of zombie companies ultimately leads to a financial crisis when those companies inevitably become insolvent. And what you try to protect, which is the jobs of today and the circumstances of those companies, and you zombify them, it seems like something that is positive, but ends up dragging the economy further. So I think that the biggest lesson for the United States, again, is these type of policies, relatively social at the beginning, but they become the most anti-social afterwards when higher unemployment, lower growth, and lower productivity become the norm.
Daniel, appreciate your insight as always. Thank you.
Thank you very much.